the inspiration tier so that we could make this watercolor painting. And now today, I'm going to show you by adding gouache and how you can feel that sense of tranquility as you're painting. I am actually going to take a palette knife and mix this gouache with a palette knife. Liberally apply it to the bark and even go on out. And I may have several trunks here, so I'm going to come on up through the picture. Maybe even another one that separates off here, comes from the bottom and comes out through the tree, up in that all-like gesture, which I told you about. Now let's do a little bit of the shading on the bark. So I have a smaller brush and here I go. Let's start with the gray, following where it should be. And of course that's going to be in the shadows. And with the bark we can just freely paint the bark as it comes up the tree. Allow the bark to be darker in some places where the shadows would be. Can even get a little bit of black going with those shadows because those are going to actually come out right into some of the tree area. There'll be some dots of gray that appear on the trunk of the birch, which is otherwise quite a white looking bark. Now let's mix up the greens for the tree leaves. And we'll go ahead and just mix the three all together, which we're going to make brighter and darker. So we'll put half there and a little bit there. And into the one we want brighter, we're going to put a bunch of yellow. And into the one that we want darker, we'll put a little more Prussian. And then mix. That is plenty bright. Very nice. And then let's come right over here to the darker one. Great. Now we have our three values for our painting and we can put on the leaves. And we're going to do the leaves with the green. I suggest some round-tipped brushes for this work. And we're just going to allow masses of green to appear on the picture wherever I want. And remember that upwards gesture that the birch wants to make. So after you're done with that, let's change down to that smaller round brush and we'll go to the medium green. That now this darker color could come in. And it's going to simply follow the areas of the tree that we've created. And we create this upwards gesture for our leaves. And those are going to be dense and small compared to all the other work that we've done. Take some nice deep breaths while you're doing this and enjoy the calming effect that working even with dark colors can bring. And if we put dark right on top of the light green, get the most delicate little leaves. Little tiny delicate touches. Okay, imagination patrons, I'm going to go on and evaluate this and maybe make some final touches and changes. And thank you so much for your participation.